Usually in a Qigong workout, we'll do some stretches, warm-ups, and a session of getting rid of stagnant energy, and then a period of distributing the chi, dispersal of moving the chi where it needs to go. So let's go ahead and begin. Reaching up first. And just exhale as you bend forward, keeping a bend in the knees, relaxing the head, neck, shoulders, face, jaw. And breathe deeply into the abdomen, feeling it inflate with the breath. And just let your breath slow naturally. When you're ready, inhale as you come up to standing. One vertebrae at a time. Exhale back. And then dive forward again, now with the feet together. And with the weight towards the front of the feet. This will give you a better stretch in the spine. Hold here for another 5 deep breaths. You can visualize any negativity or excess mental activity coming out of your crown, going through the floor, 3 feet into the earth. Inhale halfway up. And step out into wider stance. Exhale back down. Imagining roots growing from the soles of your feet, extending deep into the earth. On your next exhale, you can lead with the breath, turning to your right, 90 degrees. Front foot is straight, rear foot is at a 45-degree angle, feet flat on the ground. And this will just give you a good stretch in your hamstrings. After 5 breaths or so, slide the rear foot back to enter a lunge. And you can do a low lunge, resting the knee on the ground and untucking the foot. A high lunge will give you a little bit better of a stretch in the groin, where your toes are tucked, pushing back on that rear heel. And your front knee is stacked above your front heel. Still breathing deeply. And inhale to center when you're ready. And with an exhale, turn to your left. Stretching the other side. And then lunge. And in the lunge position, try to be mindful of keeping a straight line from your crown to tailbone. And feeling energy flow in and out of the crown and out of the rear heel. Come back to center. And then inhale up to standing. Once again, taking your time. And loosen up the spine a little bit. Rotate from the waist up. And the back of one hand taps on the kidney. The other hand taps on the opposite shoulder. And this helps awaken the kidneys and adrenals. And rotations that, of course, loosen up the spine, creating more space in the vertebrae. And helping the spinal fluid flow unimpeded, which is linked to memory and youthfulness. And now do some shrugs to loosen up the shoulders. Inhaling as you bring them up, and exhaling as you let them relax. Moving at your own pace. Getting rid of any tension or stress in the shoulder blades. Good. And inhale. Bring your shoulders up. Hold. Exhale and relax. And to do a little more work on the shoulders, do some rotations. Bringing the palms up, arms out in a straight line, and rotate the shoulders in the direction the thumbs are pointing, making nice big circles. Still maintaining the long, deep breathing. And go ahead and turn the hands over and rotate in the opposite direction. All right, I see one person doing it online. That's great, good job. Yeah, cool. Here's another shoulder exercise, serving tea. And here's how it's done, just with one arm to start. The hand comes forward and around overhead and around back down, brushing past the hip. 2 large circles or an infinity symbol, I think of it as. And the object is just to try and keep the palm facing up. You can move your torso, your upper body as much as you need to. At least until your shoulder gains more flexibility. Yeah, this just helps open up that joint. And you can do it in reverse. Watching the palm of your hand, at least when you first start, to make sure it's facing up. Pretend that you're holding a cup of tea and don't want it to spill. And when you're ready, do it on the other side as well. And reverse and going backwards. So first, the arm goes straight back and around to the front and overhead. And back down. Good. Let's just try a few with both arms at once. First moving the hands forward. This is a little more difficult since you can't move the torso, the upper body, to compensate for lack of flexibility. So it might be easier just to do one at a time if you're just starting out, and that's fine too. But if you're ready, go ahead and do a few backwards as well. And now stretch the neck a little bit. First, looking over your right shoulder. Now the shoulders should be down, level, and relaxed. And just hold here for about 5 deep breaths. Inhale to center, and exhale over the other shoulder. Maybe stretching a little farther as you exhale. When you're ready, come back to center and stretch your right ear towards your right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. All these stretches are really good for the brain, for increasing circulation and blood flow to the upper glands as well, the pituitary, pineal, and thyroid, which all work together. Come back to center, and then look up towards the ceiling, imagining your crown extending towards the wall behind you. And this just allows the spine to lengthen rather than collapse. And then look down, getting a counter stretch. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and stimulate the chi meridians by tapping on them. We'll begin with the left shoulder blade. Down back, left arm, yawn meridians, small intestine, and then inside the arm, yin meridian. Body. Tricep. Sides. Lungs, heart, and pericardium. Metal and fire. Lungs and large intestine are metal, heart and pericardium are fire, and the small intestine, triple worm are fire also. Heart center, the thymus gland, stimulating it, cleansing the upper torso. And the meridians flow through the chest. Lower back. And the hips and glutes. Gallbladder and bladder points. Yawn meridians on the back of the legs. And at the toes. Stomach, gallbladder, and bladder, wood, earth, and water. These end at the toes, bringing the cosmic energy down to meet with earth energy, or in other words, yang energy, joining with yin meridians begin at the toes, the insides of the legs, nourishing the liver, spleen, so wood, earth, and water. Shake it off. And then come to a normal Qigong stance. The stance should be the feet are shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. The tailbone is tucked down as though there's a weight pulling it down to the ground. Spine is straight. And the head is suspended as though there's a thread pulling it up toward the heavens. And this and the weight on the tailbone are opposing forces that help elongate the spine. And the tongue can rest on the roof of your mouth behind the front teeth. And now that we're warmed up, we can begin our movement. So you'll begin with the middle fingers resting lightly on the front of the thighs. On your next inhale, slowly raise your arms all the way overhead, breathing from feet to fingertips, and then exhale down the sides. And the fingertips trail behind the wrists. Every muscle not needed for the movement is as relaxed as possible. This cleanses your energy and helps the chi to flow through any blockages in the meridians, opening them up. As you inhale, you do a full body breath from feet to fingertips. And imagine the whole vessel filling with fresh energy. As you exhale, arms come down. Imagine stagnant energy coming out of the fingertips, palms, and soles of the feet. And it's good to visualize it going 3 feet down into the earth. Also, the whole body will rise a little as you inhale, elongating the spine, reaching toward the heavens. And you'll sink a little bit as you exhale, bending a little more at the knees, releasing the ankle ever so slightly. You can have the eyes completely open with a relaxed gaze, have the eyes halfway open, or even eyes closed for a more meditative stance. Normally in a Qigong workout, if your eyes are open, the gaze will penetrate all objects. So if you're outside, you'd be looking at the horizon and not focusing on anything, but able to observe everything in your 180-degree field of vision. This way your chi flows voluntarily, easily, freely. When you focus on an object that you will become tight inside. Reverse direction. On your next inhale coming up, come up the side. Exhale down the front. Still doing a full body breath. Here's an exercise for cultivating chi. Begin with the palms facing each other, about 6 inches apart in front of the navel. Inhale and pull the arms apart. Exhale as you bring palms closer together. Still moving in a relaxed manner. The law of Qigong is the law of least effort. On this exercise also, the whole body will rise a little as you inhale. As you inhale and expand with the breath. And you'll sink as you exhale, the breath and the chi all contract towards the center. And after a minute or so of doing this, you'll begin to feel resistance in between the palms. And that's a ball of chi forming. And that's your cue to reverse directions and start the inhale and start expanding again. And slowly this ball of chi will get larger and larger. And when you feel like you have a good chi ball, so hold it for a few breaths. Nurturing it, inviting more chi from the universe. And when you're ready, you take this ball of chi, either pour it into the top of your head, or put it into your dantian, your center, where we store most of our energy. The dantian is located 3 inches below the navel. And also, place your hands on any areas that might have pain, old injuries, or areas that need some extra energy for healing. And next, we're going to do a bone marrow cleansing. And this uses movement, breathing, and visualizations. These are your 3 modes of moving energy. Uses all 3 of them at once to cleanse stagnant chi, mainly focusing on the bone marrow. And so 3 parts to it. The first part, place your hands together in front of the heart. And go ahead and close your eyes if you like. We'll be doing a body scan, looking inward, beginning with the soles of the feet. We'll be to each part of the body, willing it to relax, sending tension 3 feet into the earth. And the top of the feet, the toes, ankles, shins and calves, knees, thighs and quads, the hips and glutes, abdomen and lower back, chest and upper back, fingers, palms, back of the hands, forearms, biceps, triceps, shoulders, the neck, jaw, face muscles, the backs of the eyes, forehead, and crown. Now take 2 deep breaths throughout the whole body, feeling a sense of deep relaxation. And if complete, lower the arms. Next, raise the arms up to the sides, with the palms facing out. And here we're basically doing the opposite, imagining that we're very large. And that our energy extends out everywhere in the universe. Imagine your feet extending to the center of the earth, your head extending to the heavens, and hands reaching infinity in both directions. And also visualize that you're porous, and this porosity allows you to absorb all the universal energy, breathing in love and light, and sending love and gratitude back to the universe as you exhale. Good. When you feel complete with that visualization, lower the arms. And we'll move on to part 3. Place the back of your left hand on your lower back, right between the kidneys. This is the mean end point, the gate of life. As you inhale, bring the right arm up the side. Exhale and push upward, palms facing up here. And turn the palm over. Inhale. Feel the connection between your palm and your crown. Next, exhale, bring the palm down in front of the body, bringing fresh energy with it through the skull, the spine, rib cage, visualizing it as a white light permeating the whole skeleton, coming through the hips, the femurs, knees, tibia, fibula, and foot bones, pushing stagnant chi downward into the earth. And we'll switch sides. Right hand goes to lower back. Left arm comes up with an inhale. Exhale and push up. Turn the palm over. Inhale. And exhale as you bring the hand down. Like you're shining a flashlight through the entire skeleton. And take as long as you need to for this visualization. People's chi moves at different speeds. And we'll do that one more time on each side. Inhale as the right arm comes up again. Exhale, push up, connecting the palm to the universe, to the heavens. Turn the palm over, connecting Lao Gong to Bai Wei, center of palm, center of crown. And exhale, bring the palm down. Other side. I'm not sure how old this technique is, but it's pretty ancient. And I know it's also used by yogis in a meditation, similar thing, where they visualize white light coming down through the entire body, starting at the crown, coming down the spine, and through the hips, down either leg, into the earth. Now as you inhale, bring both hands up to center line. Rotate the wrists, exhale, and push upward. Hold here just for a moment, visualizing roots growing from your feet and branches from your arms, like a tree connecting heaven and earth, connecting yin and yang. And then turn the palms over and feel your aura expand and contract with the breath. Visualize it as a white shimmering light around the body, raising your frequency, protecting you for the rest of the day. Shimmer, 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 shimmer. And it vibrates faster and faster. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring both palms down in front of the body with the same visualization as before. Excellent. Now we've warmed up, we've done a cleansing. And so now I'm going to show you some crane and bear Qigong. This comes from the 5 animal frolics started by Hua Tuo, who lived from about 110 to 207 AD. He was known as the father of Chinese medicine. And he started these animal frolics, or maybe it's even said that some Taoists living in caves started them and taught them to him. He taught them to his disciples, and they used them every day and lived. One of them lived to their 90s, and one of them lived to be over 100. So crane and bear are like the yin and the yang of the 5 animal frolics. Your crane is the symbol of meditative wisdom and stillness, and it's good for the joints and the heart, and keeps you cool in the summer. The bear is a symbol of strength, power, and healing, and it's good for strengthening the legs, good for grounding, and it keeps you warm in the winter. So it's good to know how to do both, to have a balance. I'll start with crane. The crane stance, bring your heels together, feet coming out at a 45-degree angle. And then for the first exercise, just bring the hands here in front of the navel. And make sure that you're standing straight, but you have a slight bend in the knees. And just inhale, so bring the palms up to the breastbone. Exhale, bring them back down to the navel. Usually these are done for 9 repetitions each. 9 is good, or however many you feel comfortable with. And the second one is called crane's beak. Begin here with the palms down, arms in a straight line. And as you inhale, you're going to raise the arms maybe 6 inches up, forming a beak with the thumb and the fingers. And then exhale, leveling the arms again. Good. And be slowly and deeply, move at your own pace. The main thing is to synchronize the movement with the breath. And the next one is crane flaps its wings. Starting from this position, now you'll exhale as the arms come down to the level of the hips. And inhale as you bring them back up. Good. And then leave your arms down here. The next one is squatting crane. So now as you inhale, you will squat and the palms will turn over and come up to the height of the shoulders. As you exhale, return standing straight again, hands return to the original position. Perfect. All right, the next one is for working on balance. And this is the crane stands on one leg. So now, as you exhale, you're going to come forward into a squat or to squat down. Hands come forward in front of the knees. Inhale as you stand on one leg, cross the arms in front of the chest. And then as you exhale, the arms rainbow out to the sides. And see if you can hold this position for a few breaths. And then return to the original position, heels together, hands out to the sides at the level of the hips. Then to the other side, squat, exhale. Inhale as you come up, standing on the other leg. The thighs parallel to the ground. Exhale. Arms out to the sides, also parallel to the ground. Hold. Good. Let's go and do that one more time on each side. Exhale down. Inhale up, cross the arms. Exhale. When you're ready, exhale, squatting. Inhale, standing on the other leg. And exhale, arms out to the sides. All right, one more exercise for crane. This one's good for the back. And it involves a step. When you step, you're just stepping perpendicular to your rear foot. So if you're coming out with your left foot, you're going to step onto that toe. And it's called an empty stance, where all your weight is still on your rear foot. And when the other thing you do is return your heels so that they're touching again. You begin with the hands here, back of the palms, back of the hands touching. And as you step, spread the arms open, drawing the shoulder blades together, taking a breath in. And as you exhale, bring the heels together again, and back to the hands together again. Good. And other side. Stepping onto the toe, and exhale back to center. And careful not to overstep. Step to where you can remain centered and in a solid stance, and give yourself a good stretch. Okay, there's an introduction to Crane Qigong. Now to see how you feel. And take a few steps. Some water if you need to. After doing Crane, you should feel light and airy. So you could just take off in flight. And now move into bear, for which the stance is a horse stance, or a much wider stance and deeper bend in the knees. And this is for grounding. Just go as far down as you're comfortable with. It can be just a slight bend, or it can be as far down as all the way down here with the thighs parallel to the ground. Anywhere in between is good. And first exercise, so begin with the palms facing up. And exhale as you turn to the left, just turning the upper part of the body, waist, legs, and feet stay rooted to the ground. Then inhale as you come back to center. Exhale as you turn to the other side. And inhale back to center. And again, we'll do each of these 9 times, or however many you're comfortable with. Breathing deeply and powerfully. Good. Next one is bear pushes behind. So now as you turn to the left, your left arm will push behind you. And as you inhale, come back to center, the palms will face up again. Turn to the right, push behind with the right arm. Good. The next one is a push down. Now as you turn, your hand will come down to the level of the hip. And as you inhale, come back to center and return to original position. And to the other side. Good. For the next one, you'll start with the both palms face up at the level of the breastbone. And this one's called a bear push. Simply as you turn, push to the left as though there's a wall right next to you that you're pushing against. And inhale back to center. And switch sides. And now for bear offering. This time as you turn, the hands will come out, palms face up to your side. And inhale to the original position. And switch sides. And that's it for a bear. Now just take a moment to see how you feel. You should feel grounded, really rooted to the earth. And you should feel nice and warm in the lower back. That concludes the Qigong workout for today. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, everyone who tuned in. Appreciate your participation.
Yes, thank you, Julian.
Welcome.
Thanks everybody for watching. Please continue to consider donating to our fundraiser. And we will be back at 1:30 for kimchi making.
Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Alana.
Thanks, Julian. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.